cherry orchards, apple orchards. There's lots of wineries, breweries up there. Great food. And it's just free and easy. You know, you go up there, you barely get cell signal in some spots, and it's like,
Oh, that's dude.
right? I know.
We need that more than ever.
For those of you who are glued to your phones right now by watching this or listening to this, don't do this until the podcast is over. But get off your phone for a little while.
Get off social media.
Yes, exactly. Yes, thank you. Realize how freeing it feels to have that lifted from you. Oh my God!
Like you have to answer. Like you have to answer to that. You know.
Yeah, it is an obligation.
It's like a modern necessity.
It is an obligation.
You have to answer those texts, those snaps, whatever. You have to get on Twitter, see who's saying what. It's like you don't even interact with these people. Like, how many of them you don't even talk to, dude?
No, and
social media has us all fucked up.
Oh, social media. There's a documentary that came out recently on Netflix about this.
Yeah. What is that called?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm sure people will know what we're even talking about. Mike, could you
do a quick Google search. The thing that's so interesting about this specific documentary is that not only is it a documentary about social media and its impact on culture and its impact on the world, but it is a documentary made and narrated entirely by people who worked in social media.
Like for Facebook, Twitter,
yeah, all of them. I mean, there's people who are there on who are from Snapchat, from Instagram, from Facebook, from Twitter, from Pinterest,
and how these things they're designed to get people to be addicted, and they're
to get people to be addicted, and not only that, but to program the way we think.
Isn't that's the scariest part for me? Is like we start to view other humans as like these. Like when you're in a Twitter fight or I don't know if people even use Facebook anymore. Facebook comments, like you're talking.
Our generation did, but it's funny because like when I talk
is it
to
like
younger,
mostly older folks now?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm 27. What are you 25 now?
24.
24. Okay. Yeah, I mean, people in our. I mean, you're
single and a bachelor, ladies.
You're bordering on my generation. I'm definitely still a millennial. I resent that.
We're almost. I mean, we're
close. We're super close,
dude.
But what I have noticed in people who are in the age group of like 22 and younger, they don't use Facebook, and that kind of blows my mind because that was like super pivotal to my generation.
Me too.
But like the fact that people don't really use Facebook, and it's not so much a valid.
Twitter?
I mean, maybe I think Twitter has been misused from the get-go. I thought Twitter was, to be honest, of all of them, I think Twitter was the best medium. And the reason why is because
best and also worst in the way it's.
I mean, yes,
Okay.
yes, and the thing is, the reason why it is the same for both of them. Why is it the best and why is it the worst? It's the same for Twitter. And the reason why is that it's immediacy. You can fire off a tweet. You can fire off a tweet
and it's
in
short.
seconds. Exactly. It's a short blurb of information, right?
You can share it, spread it.
Exactly. So
you can reply to Elon Musk. You can reply to Kanye West. You can reply to anyone
directly.
You can reply to Donald fucking Trump, the goddamn president.
Right? And you can do it directly. There's no line of communication. It is direct.
That's alluring, you know, like that's kind of people would want to do that, you know.
The problem with Twitter okay, so the reason why
Mike, did you grab that?
No, sure.
It's a new Netflix, brand new on Netflix. It has to do with social media.
Yeah,
that should be enough.
It's kind of discussing the evils of social media.
But you were saying Twitter, like what's?
So I think the way that Twitter always should have been used, and you see this, for me, I see this displayed primarily in the sports world. It's a forum for journalists.
Mike's got it.
It's called The Social
Dilemma.
Yes.
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 Dude, like,
And
okay,
it is a
okay.
commentary about
I kept
how...
wanting to say The Social Network, but that's
Yeah,
with Jesse
I mean,
Eisenberg.
You would have been
Mark
close.
Zuckerberg's. Yeah.
But apparently it's an introspective as to exactly how...
Read the quick description of it so that people can
the actual...
check this out, guys, because this is
Alright.
exposing
I hope I'm logged in. Okay,
how
here we go.
bad this is for just
exposing the
society.
demons that you are enslaved to.
All right, and I do have to credit
great way to
Netflix
put
for
it.
this description because one of their employees are the ones that wrote it. So, verbatim, this documentary drama hybrid explores the dangerous human impact of social networking, which tech experts sounding the alarm on their own creations. Oh, I'm sorry, with tech experts sounding the alarm on their own creations. So, essentially, it's saying, like, how all of these different social media networks have been literally engineered to suck up your time and kind of nudge you very subtly and very slowly.
Program.
And
Exactly.
it evokes emotion too.
It really does.
People like when I was on Facebook, I would like wake up, go through different like political within 5 minutes of the day, I was pissed off and the rest of my day was like kind of fucked up. And I'm just like I caught on, I was like, how is it that I look at this inanimate object, this screen, I wake up, I get pissed off over somebody I've never spoken to. I'll never see a comment by them again. I get pissed off by that, and then it screws up the rest of my day. It's like this is not good for myself.
Oh yeah,
and this isn't good for.
I look at my early Twitter history, which I don't have a very long Twitter history. I have a Twitter account that
Thank God.
I can honestly say I haven't used my Twitter in 7 years, but which on sometimes there are times where I wish that I still did. But I, my Twitter, I look back at some of the stuff I would fire off, and this was largely over sports, but I mean, I would just berate people.
Yeah.
I mean, I would call them horrible things, just like insulting their intelligence, directly going after them, attacking them, and it was something I can't say I'm proud of, you know? And it was just, it's for me, Twitter, it needs to be used in a professional manner, right?
But is that even possible, dude?
Not at this point. No, certainly not at this point.
Especially with quarantine. Like this corona
Oh
stuff.
my God! They have nothing else to do. They have nothing else to do. They have nothing better to do with their lives.
That's why OnlyFans is blowing the fuck up. People are horny. They have nothing to do. They don't want to find a job. Jobs are hard to find as it is.
Well, and plus the thing is that people got so comfortable with that $600 unemployment package plus the $1,200 stimulus check they received.